Listen to this crunch. Hi, welcome to ggmix. Today I'm going to show you how to make Achomo. Achomo is a Ghanaian fried biscuit that's buttery and crunchy and so Moorish. Trust me, when you have one, you won't be able to say no to another because they are so addictive. When you make them, you'll come back to me and you'll say, I'm not making them anymore because I can't stop eating them. They're that good. Trust me. I've been recipe testing these Atsomo for years to get them light and crunchy and stop them becoming, you know, like thick and stodgy and fluffy in the middle. Because you know, like when you bite into a biscuit that's stale and it goes fluffy, like none of that here. This is a good recipe. Trust me, they're my favourite Ghanaian sweet treat, and from the first time my husband gave me some to try, I fell in love with them. They're just like so good, and this recipe is fantastic to have in your baking repertoire because they're great to make for parties, for when guests come around, for snacking when you're out, or snacking while you're watching TV. So let's get started. I've set everything out because we're going to be using our hands and they're going to get messy, and it's just easier to put everything into our bowls and use our hands when everything's already pre-measured, because you don't want to keep going into your cupboard and adding butter and flour all over it. So in a large bowl, add 600 grams of plain flour and 100 grams of margarine. And with your hands, rub your margarine into the flour so you get a breadcrumb consistency. I don't usually use margarine in my baking because butter is better, but in this instance I use margarine because it makes my Atsomo crisp and buttery and light at the same time, whereas when I use butter, my Atsomo are thick and stodgy. I'm going to wash my hands because I need to fix my camera, but if all your ingredients are already weighed, you don't need to. Now add 200 grams of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 200 ml of water. Then with a spoon, mix everything together until you can't anymore. Then go in with your hands and bring everything together so you have a nice dough. I only added half a teaspoon of baking powder because any more takes away the Atsomo's crunch and leaves your biscuits fluffy, which we don't want because Atsomo is all about the crunch. I also added cinnamon for a Greek twist, but if you want to keep them traditional, you can use nutmeg. My dough is coming together nicely. Now wrap your dough with cling film and put it in the fridge to rest for at least 1 hour. Your margarine will harden in the fridge, so when we add our pastry into the oil, the drastic change in temperature will shock the pastry, giving us a quick, it will tighten up, you know, like that, and that will give us our Atsomo crunch. When our hour's up, heat 1 litre of vegetable oil in a pan, then flour your work surface and your rolling pin. I'm using a traditional Cypriot rolling pin that's thin and long, which makes rolling dough out easier, but use whatever rolling pin you have. I also flour my knife and my pizza cutter as well. Now cut a quarter of your pastry and cover the rest up. Roll it into your flour and roll it out so it's about half a centimetre, 5 millimetres thick, and then dust more flour onto your dough if it starts to stick to your rolling pin, and then with a pizza cutter or a knife, cut 1 centimetre lines horizontally and vertically. Don't worry if they're not the same, you know me, we don't need to be precise here at ggmix. We just go in with flavour and crunch and wait till the end, you'll see why you don't need it. Now with a palette knife or a butter knife, run it under your cut pastry to lift your dough off of your work surface, then put it into your frying spoon and slowly lower it into your hot oil. Your dough will start to rise to the top within a few seconds. This is a good sign because it means your oil is hot enough and your Atsomo will be crisp, because that's what we're going for, crispy Atsomo. While your Atsomo is frying, let's set out our cooling station. You'll need a large bowl with kitchen roll inside to drain the excess oil and a bowl to serve your Atsomo in. Have a look at your Atsomo and give them a little stir and flip over so each piece cooks evenly. They're going to get darker, but they ain't dark enough yet. This is the colour you need, a lovely golden brown. time to take them out. Swirl them around carefully to drain as much oil off as possible, but be careful. Then place them on your kitchen paper to drain while you cut out more squares and add them to your oil. When your next batch is ready, add your cooling achomo into your serving dish and add your freshly fried achomo into your bowl with kitchen paper while you repeat the same process of cutting and frying until you're finished and left with a bowl of this delicious fried goodness. Can you see why I said don't worry about getting your achomo perfectly the same? The different sizes make them visually more appealing, and the small ones are really crunchy and the big ones are still crunchy but a little lighter. Now it's time for me to dig in, yeah. Listen to this. Hear that crunch? That is the crunch of perfectly fried biscuit. Listen again. They're so good. They're so good. Now I've got this bowl, I could easily finish half the bowl. They're so simple to make, yeah? So easy to make, yet they are so delicious. I'm gonna stop eating. If I carry on eating, I'm not going to finish what I'm saying. But they're light, they're crunchy, they're buttery, they're just perfect. Perfect in every way. You can't go wrong with these achomo. They're just, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know. You need to try them to understand how addictive and how fabulous they are, and people will come back to you for more. If you don't want people coming to you to making them for people, then don't bother making them. But if you like to give people stuff, these are fantastic. Look, as I said, look, big one, little one, it don't matter. Don't be like meticulous or tediously cutting all the lines. Just go, it's fine. It's all good. These are just fantastic. When you make them, come back to me, let me know what you think. They're so good. The best, and these last for about 2-3 weeks. Put them in an airtight container. They're fantastic. They won't last that long. If you want to make them ahead to give them away or to make them for a party, these are the best. These are so tasty. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share. And if you want to keep up to date with all my latest videos, please subscribe below. So until next time, bye!